Firefights continue on wildfires across the state. This fire, called the Cow Fire, forced evacuations in Shasta County. This is about a 20-minute drive east of Redding and Millville. This fire started this afternoon. It's grown to 600 acres, and CAL FIRE says it is 15% contained. While people can head back home tonight, this is still a very active firefight.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, we were here that day.
Yeah.
It was about, the whole family came out because I had a cabin right where we're standing here. There was a cabin, and then next to the cabin was a big connex that we kept equipment in, a shed in between the two, and then an aviary sitting right about here on my right. And we were finishing up the last part of the cabin. We were going to put some beds in there, a place for the grandkids to come and spend the night. And about 4:30, I got a call. And they said, hey, your ranch is on fire. And I go, oh no. But this whole area went up. There was about 20 more trees in here. And they all went up. And by the time I showed up, they wouldn't let me in at first. We lost the cabin, the shed, the connex, 4 aviaries, about 30% of the birds. And everything was still on fire and a mess. And yeah, it was heartbreaking. I've owned the property since '97. We've built it, worked on it a little at a time over the years, and to come out and the day we finish the cabin, the day we build the bunk beds for the grandkids, it burns to the ground.
So Steve's story, it's kind of unique in a little bit. My son works for CAL FIRE, and just east of here a little bit, and there was a fire last year called the Cow Creek Fire. He was one of the first engines that responded, and so he worked his way through the hills here, and he says, Dad, I came across a pretty neat wood duck project down on Cow Creek, and he told me, and I go, oh, I know who that is. That's Steve Borrero. Our Redding committee, we put together some money, we bought some materials, and then we have a local high school wood shop here in town at Foothill High School. And so I reached out to him, and he had done some wood duck boxes for us in the past, and asked him if he wanted another project, and he said absolutely. So we got the material to the high school. The high school took our plans right off of our California Waterfowl website. They built them to scale, and we're going to try to make that kind of an annual deal. The wood shop at the high school, they love it because it's a great project for the kids, and they do a good job.
California Waterfowl has kind of 2 branches of biologists. We have our restoration biologists who work with big funding, and they do big habitat restoration projects. And then you have my side of the waterfowl programs, where we deal with like waterfowl, mostly hands-on. So we do a lot of duck banding. The wood duck program and our egg salvage program are kind of our key programs that I'm involved with. This is an entirely volunteer-based program for the most part. And as far as I know, it's the largest citizen-based science kind of project in the country. And we have on a general year, we have over 400 volunteers across the state. And we typically raise anywhere from about 30,000 ducklings a year just from our boxes. And then there's a lot of other projects that aren't part of our program that are still raising wood ducks. So yeah, it's a huge program. People are passionate about wood ducks, and a lot of them are duck hunters, right? So this is a way for duck hunters to kind of give back, right? They're out here putting in these boxes, raising wood ducks, and it makes you feel good, and then you get to reap the rewards too during hunting season, I mean, it's a stable, sustainable population that we hunt, and we have regulations on what we can and can't hunt. And it's just a way of giving back for conservation for folks that hunt. We have another branch of CWA that deals with fundraising, right? And these guys are involved with the Redding dinner, and they're on the committee. And generally, fundraising, they're involved with the dinner, they do that, and that's mostly what they do. But these guys have taken it a step beyond, and they're out here like, let's do more. And so they're out here building boxes and, providing Steve with boxes, for the ones that he lost in the fire and stuff. So it's just a really full circle, of the fundraising and kind of tying other programs together with California Waterfowl.
We do have one guest here that his ranch, Triple B Ranch up here east of town, he lost 3/4 of his ranch. And on his ranch, he had quite a project going, wood duck boxes, several mandarin ducks, wood ducks, and he lost pretty much all of his habitat for all of that. So a couple months ago, he called me and said, hey, how can I get a hold of a few boxes? And I said, well, let me see what I can do. So the Redding committee, we got together and put our minds together. We were able to get some wood. The Foothill High School wood shop teacher and I talked, and he had his kids go in and make a bunch of boxes for us. So tonight, I want to introduce Steve Borrell, and we're going to give him a signed wood duck box. On top of that box, he's got another 20 in a horse trailer out here that he's going to be able to restart his program with. So from the Redding chapter, we really appreciate him, and we wish you the best getting your ranch back and getting your wood ducks. So we appreciate that.
It was kind of a surprise, yeah. I had been bugging Jay, say, hey Jay, I lost all these boxes. And he kept telling, well, I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get them, so it was a bit of a surprise. Yeah, and we're happy to put them up, as you can see.
It's a good thing for these local chapters to maybe organize and give back, because it's rewarding when you're out hunting and you watch the wood ducks come through and you think you might have a little bit to do with that. It's a good feel giving back. So, and I know our committee enjoyed it, and hopefully some other committees will follow.